さあ始めよう僕らの未来を勝ち取るために
Alright, hello and welcome back to Superhuman Samurai Syber Pod. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And today we ask, what is this pain?
Pain. Why my shoulders hurt.
Yes, indeed.
My life is pain. I eat your babies.
The episode should just be like, my life is pain, Nani. Nani.
Yeah, this is definitely, I think wasn't that a Papa Roach song?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't listen to that sort of thing.
Yeah, listen, this week we are cutting our life into pieces because this is our last resort.
Yes.
Now that or they're French and they're just looking for some bread.
Maybe. I don't know any
French
French, or I would translate that.
I used to know
Where
a little
is
bit.
this all pain?
I used to be able to count to at least 10 in French and do some
Oué,
things.
la peine. It's
There
funny.
you go.
So I'm from like southwestern Ontario, and we have a couple of French Canadian towns around here, and one was so named because of their poverty. Back in the 1800s, they were only able to bake like short loaves of bread.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
That's mean. So that means that the town's name is Paincourt, but in English it looks like it's called Pain Court.
Pain Court. Ooh, that's actually a rather
That's
nice
where I
name.
want to live.
Oh, short bread.
That's where I want to live.
I have to try and remember that. I should make a note of that.
Pain.
You've been sentenced to Pain Court.
That's a good name for a little regional district, Pain Court. Anyway,
It's just a normal American court show, except it's Pinhead presiding over it.
We have such verdicts to issue you.
and Chatterbox
Clive
is the
Barker.
bailiff. Oh man, I want to see this. This should be on
Clive
Sci-Fi
Barker.
Channel.
It is not hands that summon us. It is a summons.
Asking the most important question of horror fiction: is it possible to be too horny?
The answer for the Cenobites, no it is not.
So horny it's not horny anymore.
Hellraiser was on, I think, Comet TV the other night, and I just had it on in the background, and I was just reminded of a short story collection of Clive Barker's that I read when I was literally like 15 years old. It's about this guy who gets so horny that he like fucks a literal hole in a wall, and that left a lasting impression on me.
And on the wall.
Oh.
Yes. Well, no, the hole was already in the wall.
Oh, okay. I thought... Okay.
No, he did not actually, like, create the hole. The hole was
right,
already
that's what I thought
there,
you meant by it
and
fucks a hole in the wall.
He felt that he needed to insert his penis into it.
I see.
Oh, I guess this episode is getting an X rating.
Sorry.
Oh, dear.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, there's a little cursing in the episode itself.
Yes.
Or at least the translation.
Yes.
Anyway, we open so this is the 6th episode, and first aired May the 7th, 2021.
Well, the 6th episode of Dynazenon, the 18th episode of the SSS Gridman and Dynazenon series, I forget how many episodes of the original Gridman there were to add up to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, many episodes.
Plus all the episodes of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Oh, yeah, which was more than there were episodes of Gridman originally, which is very...
So did they have to, like, film new footage, or did they have, like, clip shows?
No, they just reused the same monster up to 3 times.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't the thing with Power Rangers,
No.
where they actually, like, paid whichever company it is in Japan to film...
Toei.
Toei.
Yeah, they filmed more monster fights called the ZU2 footage, which almost became its own separate show, but they didn't quite go that far. There were designs for a new Megazord, which was only a slightly modified version of the original. Anyway,
is that where the pumpkin wrapper is from?
Is Pun Progress ZU2? Maybe. Let us find out.
I just love the pumpkin wrapper.
Yeah, there's a new toy with very
hilarious.
little paint on it. I keep being tempted to get it. It might be really expensive on
I
secondary
was
markets
vaguely
now.
tempted.
Yeah, but I'd have to paint the shit out of it because it's just red or orange and green and
It needs more paint apps.
yes, it does. I can't tell. I think it's YouTube, but
Yes, apparently, according to this wiki, this Power Rangers wiki, he is from the ZU 2 footage.
okay. Oh, yeah, there it is, way at the bottom of the screen. Many scrolls deep.
He
You know
remains
what
one
I
of the most...
bet wasn't in anything like that was anything involving trains. As we've learned, you don't do you don't do trains for the American market.
Nope.
Well, no, because our infrastructure sucks ass, and we're having lots of weird digressions. Which
so anyway,
is kinda to digress away from how this episode begins because it starts.
Yeah, this is a little uncomfortable. Yeah, so this
where we
opens
left
exactly where the last one ended off, where Yume has heard that maybe her sister committed suicide.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this guy kind of says it's maybe because, her sister was dating Futaba, the chorus club's vice president, who was a real charmer.
And this is something that she did not tell her sister anything about. Which,
No.
I mean, fair enough. How much are you telling your little sister about your dating life?
Yes. And then, the other girls started picking on her, and then the vice president was pushing hard for the song that she wanted to be done, and obviously it got done because, she was dating the vice president, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, it's more, we're getting third-hand versions of this story that is adding to the mystery and just compounding the fact that Yume knew basically nothing about her own sister.
Yes.
Who was, 10 years older than her or something? So
something like that. I keep wondering if the timeline coincides with Yume, with Koyomi's boss, or with, what's his name?
I get the feeling it might, at some point it's gotta cross over, at least for anime convenience and plot contrivance, I don't know how.
Yomogi, I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah, I have to write people's names down, or because we do this monthly. Yes,
Shaggy.
I can't just call him Johnny Utah like our last protagonist.
Yeah, we don't have Sideswipe and Cliff Jumper anymore, which is annoying.
So anyway, and there are some more videos, and he's gonna, dig them up for her. But hey, maybe do you want to know all this?
Yeah, this is maybe uncomfortable stuff to find out about your sister.
Yeah.
Also, because I'm like this, I did note that the guy they are talking to has some variety of hot coffee. Yume also has some variety of hot coffee with a little discarded pack of creamer next to it. And Yomogi is a heathen who is having some sort of soda.
Oh, at least get a hot chocolate, man.
Yeah,
I don't think we're at Star Bows, but...
I was gonna say, given the kind of cups they have, I don't know that they're necessarily at a place that's, known for coffee. You go to McDonald's and a couple people get coffee, you're allowed to get soda. But, 'cause they're very, almost gas station-y kind of
I hear the coffee there is actually decent now.
I know the hot chocolate at McDonald's is really good. Or at least it's really good very early in the morning or very late at night after a movie. Highly recommend.
Nice.
But yeah, it's more chunks of the mystery that's going on in the background that's doled out a minute or two at a time each episode.
I am definitely curious to find out if this has anything at all to do with the kaiju, or if this is just character background stuff.
It has to tie into the other guy, Shaggy's story somehow, or maybe she accidentally woke up Galma before she died?
Maybe, because it was in that area.
Yeah, but it was also years ago, so Galma's been, if that's true, Galma would have been farting around for 5 to 10 years.
Sleeping under a bridge, eating raw live crabs for years.
Anyway.
You don't tell your 6-year-old sister about your dating life. That's creepy. So
No.
I forgive her for not telling her sister about any of this.
Yeah, but it's not like she's constantly shocked by how little she knows about her sister. But considering the age difference, it shouldn't be that shocking. But it's. I don't understand siblings. I don't have any.
So we now cut to
Superhuman samurai. Superhuman samurai. They're gonna amp it up. Kick some gigabutt. They're gonna rip it up. A hero always makes the cut.
we meet up with the rest of the gang. They're under the bridge with Galma. And, Galma's all, I don't know if you're gonna like what you find out, but she says she's staying positive. And he's all, great! You just stay positive! And I have no concept of personal space.
Yeah.
He does not. He's the best. But yes, he's very excited about her staying positive, even though he probably has no real deep understanding of what's really going on.
Yes. So we cut now to our kaiju eugenicists who are in just some warehouse or something.
Yay, a tokusatsu warehouse.
And they have come to a conclusion. Alright, so we're the bad guys. They're the good guys. Perhaps we could kill them.
Yeah, there are varying levels between normal high school student and outright murderer.
Yes.
Red-headed guy is very pro-murder.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
The guy who goes to school with them is not so pro-murder.
No, he's more... he feels that they need to leave them because possibly Dynazenon has something to do with the appearance of kaiju, and if they were to get rid of it, then there wouldn't be kaiju.
Yeah.
Which is a sound theory, I guess, not knowing more about the timeline of the appearance of kaiju.
And Glasses guy is all, hey, Lady No Pants, what do you think? And she's all,
like, Lady Ennui.
Larry David.gif.
Yeah, this episode focuses more on her, and which is unfortunate because her character trait seems to be she doesn't have a personality.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Well, like I said, ennui. Her character trait is ennui.
Yeah, it's handled reasonably well, but the fact that the female group member of the bad guys doesn't have a personality is disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, her personality is just that she's not invested in any of this. She's
very non-committal, and it's like she's just here.
She's just ace. She's just emotional.
Well, they all kind of seem ace, to be quite honest.
Well, yes, but her specifically in an emotional way. No, I feel like Suzumu, the one who's going to school with them, is definitely romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they could all be asexual, but not aromantic, because he's definitely...
I kind of feel like they're more aromantic, but not asexual. Like, they're just living in this warehouse together. They're a bunch of, like, beautiful people of indeterminate age. They're doing weird stuff with each other, but they're very dispassionate about it.
Yeah.
And somehow they have money.
I feel like this is... Well, they probably have money because, like, the reason vampires always have money is because they invested a bunch of money in stuff 5,000 years ago.
One of these episodes I want to figure out how long these guys have been awake.
Also, I want to know where their yacht is.
Same.
Yeah, if they don't appear on a boat of some kind by the end of the show, I will be disappointed.
Yeah.
At least in them. I'm on a boat.
I mean, one of them definitely has a nautical-themed Pashmina Afghan.
Yes. This is not up for debate. This is a fact.
Anyway, we cut now to Koyomi, who is once more on one of his weird dates with Yomogi's boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
And And he's all, I know this girl who's like super brave about confronting her past and everything, and that's really cool. Unlike me, flashback to this girl taking him to like this deserted saw bathroom.
Yeah, some abandoned building that she found.
And she's got a bag of something?
Yeah, it's a typical thing in anime because I guess it happens often enough in Japan that there's the old school behind the new school. Like, it's a recurring trope where, the old school, since we built up the new one a couple years ago, is like, it's haunted and it's falling apart. And it's right behind the regular school.
Here in the U.S., we don't build new schools, so we don't have that problem.
Well, no, either we totally demolish a school to put up a new one, or the new site of the new school isn't located on the same grounds as the new school if we ever, rarely improve infrastructure.
On rare occasions, we invest in infrastructure.
Listen, you can't just leave old bathrooms like that lying around. Do you want jigsaws? That's how you get jigsaws.
Although this may not be an old school, this could be an abandoned thing, because a lot of the times in anime, the trope is, it's a new modern building, and the old school was made of wood.
Oh. Yeah, you probably want to replace that before it burns down while it's full of children.
But it's still used as storage and for ghost stories.
Yes. It's very important to have somewhere to scare the teenagers.
Anyway, so this date is very quickly interrupted by another person she's invited. Her husband.
Oh, yeah. I was actually paying attention this time because it came up last time that she is still wearing the wedding ring and it is in shot. And then her husband arrives. And he's a large man with a mustache.
Yeah, speaking of Larry
David. Mustache.
I did have a lot of sympathy for Koyomi being like, imagine not running away from things. What must that be like? But yeah, her husband, very awkward. Super awkward.
Speaking of Larry David, this is where this turns into a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Yeah, because he cannot get Koyomi's name right, ever. No. Every single time, it's... Yeah, he keeps calling Yamamoto or something. His name is Yamanaka.
His name is Arata, her husband.
Yeah,
and he's talking about how, dude, she's always talking about you.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. Maybe, it's nice to have friends in the old hometown. Yeah, sure.
Maybe he's into it.
Yeah, at the beginning I was thinking, swingers, question mark?
I'm thinking, are we angling a devil's threesome?
Is this a good old classic cuckold thing?
It at the start of it seems maybe, but then the conversation, it's cut up and piecemeal, and mostly just to show that he can't get his name frickin' right. Yeah. And then it just sort of... Koyomi just keeps getting sadder as it goes on.
He's talking about playing futsal, which I've never heard of, but is apparently like a weird... It is an indoor soccer thing.
Oh, never heard of that.
Futsal.
Poor Koyomi.
And yeah, so somebody is unable to pick up on social cues here, and I think it's the boss.
I think she's kind of just a troll. She may be missing things, but she's also...
so she's like deliberately making this awkward, and this isn't awkward at all.
I feel like she is definitely what we in the gay community would call a messy bitch who lives for drama. I think she wants trouble. If it wasn't for the flashbacks, I wouldn't say that. But judging from the flashbacks, she seems like she is just someone who wants to stir up shit.
Yeah, she might also just be a chaos magnet, but yeah, with the flashbacks, it's like she's looking for trouble to some degree or causing it.
Yes.
Oh, there's a neat visual, like when they first, before they're talking to everything, before the husband arrives, you see two umbrellas sitting on the table, and the hooks on the end are bent like a shape of a heart. And then by the end of the conversation, the umbrellas have moved, and that heart is broken. Just like Koyomi's.
Some pretty cute visual symbolism.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Oh, I love that anime could just get away with bullshit like that. And live-action adaptations kind of can. Aside, I still haven't watched the live-action Cowboy Bebop, because I'm a little afraid. Maybe I'll be very drunk around Christmas or something. Anyway.
So he's just kind of getting drunk to cover his pain here. And he's drunk enough that he forgets his umbrella, so he leaves. He's just getting soaked.
He goes to the, 721?
Yes, the Ultraman 721 again. Oh, there is a quick cut shot in where, Chisei's on his bed reading a manga with a Don Shine, a tokusatsu character inside Ultraman Greed, one of the characters in Ultraman Greed likes to watch, but I haven't watched Ultraman Greed, so I haven't seen that episode. But yes, the character on the manga is another reference to another Tsuburaya character, but it's a character inside a show, inside another show.
Nice.
And
inside this anime.
So does that mean that this takes place in that universe?
Well, it takes place in a universe where someone has watched... Oh, wait a minute. No. Because it's in the manga, so it would be based upon the show that's in Ultraman Greed, but this...
So it's a fictional character.
This wouldn't... Yes, it's a fictional character in Ultraman Greed, but this can't be in Ultraman Greed because Ultramen don't exist in this world. Well, at least they're not trying to codify the levels of it, and it's kind of like the TF Wiki, where they just exist somewhere, whatever. It's a new branch. Anyway, yes, Koyomi is sad and in the rain and went to 721, or 721 he calls it.
Yeah, and there he runs into Tom Servo's favorite, Creepy Girl.
Yay!
And her massively exposed thighs, and she has an umbrella, but Koyomi doesn't, because he forgot because his heart was broken.
I guess it appears, it was daytime earlier. It seems to be night now, so I guess you can get away with an outfit like that because people will just think you're clubbing.
Yeah. Oh, her name is Mujina. I keep forgetting the eugenicists' names because I do not have them in my list. I should write them down.
You cannot go out in the daytime dressed like that and just, walk into the convenience store, but at night, you're definitely clubbing.
In Japan, if you're anywhere near, downtown Tokyo and Akihabara and Harajuku, yes, you can.
Okay, fine.
Although this isn't in Tokyo. Maybe it could be outskirts, because Tokyo and Greater Tokyo is freaking huge. It's like the size of, at least, no, maybe it's not the size of Rhode Island, but it feels like it's the size of a small state. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So we cut back briefly to Yomogi, whose mom is just talking about how he's made all sorts of interesting friends.
That Galma seems like such a nice young man.
That
he
delightful
has a job.
hobo.
She points out that he has a job.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's like, what is it? And he's like, I don't know, something part-time. Because I think that we have established at this point that, Galma is pursuing employment so that he can purchase crab-flavored snacks with money instead of eating live crabs that he caught. They are not dignified jobs.
No.
And they are not long-lasting jobs. It's a lot of temp, part-time things, working construction sites, holding signboards and various things. Oh, he doesn't... No, we don't see him having a job in this episode. But every other episode has been a different job each episode.
Yes.
Although he got fired from his signboard thing, and I think that was the last job.
So we cut back to Koyomi. He is... he's having what looks like a nice dinner with Mujina, and he's getting even drunker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still drinking.
Yeah, because he doesn't have money, but she apparently does somehow. And she's drinking red wine, and he's drinking something. It's in a glass. I don't think it's white wine.
Maybe like some sort of cocktail or something?
Possibly. There's ice, I think.
Hey, he's talking about this terrible date, and she's like, well, that's interesting. You see, my whole thing is that I have no desires. And that's the point, Koyomi, where you leave, because in about an hour, you're going to be tied up in her apartment, and she's going to be plunging metal implements into you.
Yes, that is not something that someone on a normal date says. And not to say this is a
Audition
date.
is about to happen here.
Well, yes, admittedly, that's good word. But this isn't a date. This is bumping into someone who you vaguely know who's... What is the opposite of a coworker?
Yeah.
A nemesis?
Yes.
But,
I guess it would be like someone who works at the office building next door.
it's definitely like a prelude. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's a date or not. She's planning to take you home and kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're getting killed. You're losing a kidney.
Yes.
Something. She's gonna ram her ovipositor down your throat and lay eggs in your abdomen. Something is happening.
Possibly. That's also an option. But no, he is too drunk to take that hint, and fortunately he does make it out of this alive, so.
Oh! We forgot a lot because I was writing down the names of the eugenicists in my notebook, so I have them for next time. When they first bump into each other and he's rambling, oh no, there's a lady across the street. Should I even talk to her? What is going on? What should I do? Should I run away? He's just standing there. She comes over and asks him, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, please don't eat me!
Yeah.
Oh no, I think she says she's hungry, and he says, please don't eat me. It's like, Kimono Friends flashback, and then she's like, I'm not gonna eat you. No, she doesn't say I'm not gonna eat you. She says, are you drunk?
Yes.
You wanna be drunk? Let's go get drunk.
You want to be more drunk? How about let's go get some extra drunk in you?
Wait, I just have flashbacks to college.
It is very cute, though, that she comes into a place that's literally where you purchase food and observes to him that she is hungry and he thinks that she's going to eat him.
Oh yeah, the camera is, like, this show, like, even in the swimsuit episode, wasn't that fan servicey? This one does a little bit with her in this episode, mostly focusing on her big bare thighs.
Well, maybe she should put on some pants.
The amount of cleavage she has hanging over the table.
I mean, I don't know if she's exactly trying to seduce him.
No, the camera is like playing up the fact that they're drunk. I think is like what it's going for. It's like you're drunk near a woman exposing a lot of flesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, she does pay the bill, but also she steals, was it the Dyna Striker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oops.
Which he totally doesn't notice.
That's why you don't go drinking with the creepy person from your opposing faction.
He's like drunk on some stairs, I think leading down to a subway, and just rambling about his day, and she's just staring at him holding the umbrella. It's like, oh, you left the car out. I'll steal the toy. Okay. Because my cohorts were talking about murdering you guys, this is a better alternative.
Yes. I guess I'll take this.
Anyway, we now cut to Yume, who's got these videos now, and welcome to Chorus Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, like, early YouTube editing, like, gag video, kind of.
You know, there are many occasions in which I'm glad that the most internet we had when I was in high school was going into the computer lab and opening up Netscape and trying to type in Alt Toys Transformers into the address bar, and because I didn't understand the difference between a Usenet group and a website. So I'm glad that we didn't have this sort of thing when I was in high school.
Yeah, I can't imagine how the hell kids are dealing with the internet these days. Like, shit was bad enough.
Poorly.
Very poorly, but...
Anyway, this prank is incredibly stupid.
Yeah, they took her little Ankh puzzle and they just hid it, and then they're, like, recording her looking around the room trying to find it. So yeah, it's definitely, like, petty high school girl level shenanigans.
What we see is edited goofily, and the prank itself isn't that bad, but it could be taken very badly depending upon how important these little onks are to her, and what was edited out of the video. It's just... It's hard to tell how with the level of bullying that is going on here. Is it just friends messing around? Or is this some girls making fun of this one girl and just editing out the really bad parts?
However, I think I've realized a connection, so that will be interesting to see if anything pans out involving onks.
My only onk thing is that my guess is from the timeline of this, maybe she was just really into Anne Rice.
Maybe she was just really into Sandman.
Also Sandman. I feel the 90s were an onk-heavy decade.
Yeah, they were.
I think,
as a very cool 90s teenager, I feel that is accurate.
I think they also played a fairly important role in the Alyssa Milano vampire movie, Embrace of the Vampire.
Ooh, I don't think I ever saw that one.
How did onks get so tied to vampires? That feels weird.
I mean, I guess
Anne Rice.
It's like an immortality thing, question mark.
And an Egyptian thing.
And I think goths were into them.
Egyptian immortality and mummies and...
Well, yeah, I was thinking it'd make more sense if it was mummies.
Well, I think
she
Anne
did
Rice also
do a bunch
did
of mummy stuff.
Yes,
she
got like
absolutely did.
Bunch of mummy books.
There's mummy. Oh, jeez. I guess that explains why World of Darkness had a mummy book.
I mean, I don't think they're like guy wrapped in bandage mummies that are doing sexy stuff.
No, I mean, like the first, with Ankara's, the first mummy movie was barely about a guy wrapped in bandages.
Oh, that's true, actually. I watched that on Halloween, and there's very little traditional mummy in that.
Yeah, he's like a mummy for, 5-10 minutes at the beginning?
Well, apparently because that makeup was so onerous, they actually had to melt it off Karloff at the end of the day.
Ooh, ew.
Yeah, I can see you doing a, what's her name? Mystique. Being like, you know what? I'm gonna be in person mode most of the time because I don't want to deal with this. Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I thought you meant Mystique the actual person, not Jennifer Lawrence not wanting to get painted blue a bunch of times.
Yes, about her not wanting painted blue.
Yeah, because in story it makes no sense that Mystique, who'd accepted her mutantness, did not want to be blue anymore. It's like, it just, whatever. Anyway, there's a short scene with Yomogi where he gets called Yomo guilty by the other girls in the class, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, there are a couple of girls who were like teasing him.
Yeah, well,
and Yume is watching him and having sad thoughts about teasing.
Yes. And meanwhile, Koyomi is hideously hungover, but he has to go to training anyway.
Well, he doesn't want to go, but Chisei, of course, is in his room, laying on top of him, and asking, okay, well, I'll go in your place. Where's your Dyna Striker? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Also, Chisei asks if he was out drinking with married women again. I have to wonder if that's just a reference to the same married woman, or if this has been a problem before. Probably just the same married woman, because I cannot imagine that he has this problem regularly.
No. Unless there's an untapped vein of Ramones fandom in Japan, I don't think so.
Maybe. Could be.
Oh, he does kind of look like a Ramon. Anyway, Chisei has to drag him to the meeting. Ed is like standing next to him, like trying to be helpful. It's like, no, he was drunk. It's not his. She's like momming him.
She is. I mean, she probably kind of feels like she has to play that role.
Yeah, which is weird, since she's even a bigger slacker than he is.
So we cut now to the eugenicists, and they're all, they're trying to decide what to do with this. The redheaded guy's all, oh yeah, let's just use this to mess shit up, man.
The redheaded guy is like, murder! Do some murder!
And then Glasses guy is all, no, we'll make a deal. They'll surrender us Galma or whatever.
Blackmail!
Yes.
In the dub, at least, it's just translated as let's go wreck shit. So,
yes.
Again, we get more cursing.
I watch the dub again.
And
I gotta try to watch dub and sub next time.
And the guy who's going to school with him is all, maybe we should just, give it back. I don't think you get how this goes, guy.
Yeah.
It's not how you have a nemesis. Come on.
Well, if he's right about the Dynazenon being the reason that kaiju are showing up, give it back to them so we get more kaiju.
Mm.
Yeah, so we keep having kaiju.
But admittedly, let's blackmail them first. Sounds like a better idea.
And then, of course, the lady's all,
She's just standing there holding it in her hands.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever.
How do I transform this?
Do we have instructions? Did it come with, like, an instruction sheet?
Oh, these new instructions are terrible.
Is there a PDF?
Oh, no.
I've got to look up some YouTube videos.
Siege instructions. They're all, like...
Oh, God. Why can't this guy clean his nails?
It's all really saturated and...
Anyway, so they now have our heroes have a plan to recover it. And, you know, they're going...
Gauma has a plan in quotation marks, which is basically just, Koyomi, go distract them so I can do something.
I have part of a plan.
Look, something that has two parts is technically a plan. Something with two elements.
And Chisei was walking with them, but then they told her, no, go home, you're a child. And she's like, you guys aren't responsible worth shit, you're gonna need my help. So she tags home. Hiding.
So so Koyomi causes a distraction by going full on Leroy Jenkins through this window and flying tackles this lady eugenicist.
Yes.
Yeah, and lands on her boobs, which they don't focus on, but he does.
That's nice of them.
So it's a successful diversion, because then Gauma can run in and pick up the Dynastriker, and then transform it to full size inside the warehouse.
Inside the warehouse.
I'm not exactly sure how the eugenicists got away in time without just being squooshed.
Yeah, I'm not sure how everyone didn't just get crushed.
They've avoided death by other things, falling girders, like, it's normal.
Also, then he doesn't transform it, but he manages to get giant hands out, which is...
Yes.
Yeah, which was neat. Big grabby hands, and in the process of making the big grabby hands, the warehouse just falls apart.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kill them, that'll end our conflict.
I mean, it's effective.
I'm not sure he's trying to kill them or just catch them.
What's he gonna do if he catches them? Where's he going to keep them in his hideout under the bridge?
Yeah, Gauma does not plan ahead.
No, Gauma does not have thoughts. Gauma just does.
So yeah, we get a brief interlude at the school. Yume gets some emotional support from the Rear Admiral.
Yes.
And then it is kaiju attack time, and it's like a weird dragon thing that has gravity powers.
It's so pretty.
It's fantastic. It's called Bullbind.
Okay.
It's a big,
It is quadrupedal.
Yes.
Yes. It will tie into our Patreon episode for this month, because it kind of looks like a Kirin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But it's got like a big, like almost like a peacock ruff up front.
Yeah, peacock frill. But the design of it is very similar to, well, various Ultraman monsters, but the first one I think was Dodongo, which looked a hell of a lot like a Kirin, and is operated by two people in a suit. One for the front legs, one for the back legs, holding onto the waist of the one ahead of them.
I was thinking about that because the eugenicists, when they take control of it, it takes two of them to take control of it.
Yes, it does.
And I was thinking that's because it's like a horse costume where you have the person in the front.
I fucking love that stupid fact. It's like, oh, we can't control it with one of them. Oh, because this needs two guys inside the suit if this was a real prop.
I appreciate the nods to the guy in a rubber suit.
I know. It's fantastic.
It's pretty great.
And yeah, it's got... It just starts...
I forget if... other than the monster at the end of last season, I don't think any of the other ones would have required two people in a suit. That I can think of offhand.
And as these two sort of go into the drift, she sort of picks up his personality.
Yeah, she's bipolar suddenly.
She also becomes like a cackling anime villain.
Yeah.
Suddenly has emotions.
Wait, is that her ability? She can absorb other people's emotions when combining?
She's a real Deanna Troi.
Maybe sync up with them.
Or is it just because, like, he had control first, so his personality was starting to be dominant, but I'd like to see further exploration of how that works with
Let's see
kaiju.
if we have enough episodes to do any of that.
Yeah, we got 6 more episodes, I think,
Yes.
which will probably really only be 4 that get the story really for them. Unless the last finale is. I'm guessing the last episode is going to be a big clusterfuck of whatever, wherever we're going.
Speaking of tying into our Patreon, do we have any, the whole thing where the bad guys are trying to summon some bigger monster that then kills the bad guy at the end?
Ooh, I wonder if any of the eugenicists will die. I would not be entirely shocked if one of them does.
I mean, they kind of tried to kill the redheaded guy, and he apparently does not die.
Yes.
So I'm not sure anything. I mean, possibly something like
Yeah, it
a
is.
kaiju and not just an explosion from space can kill him.
Yeah.
I don't know that they can be killed by normal means.
Anyway, so everybody's got to, saddle up and fight this thing, even though everybody is dealing with their own stuff, and they're having real trouble getting their enthusiasm up for this.
Oh, yeah, well, because they all have their own shit and depression and stuff going on.
So good. All of their
alcoholism.
call-outs sound so unenthusiastic. It's so great.
Oh, and this monster seems more powerful than the last ones. It causes a giant crater when it stomps its legs, and there's such devastation.
Dyna Wing.
And of course we have rave music kicking in again when the fight starts.
It's so pretty. It's so
really
just like lights, and it's got a big robotic snout, and it's
drill
so pretty.
antlers.
Yes. It's so designed.
Yeah.
And it's lasering the place everywhere, and they just kind of get their asses kicked by this thing.
Yep. Because their hearts are not in it.
Yep. But what's the? And they're about to land the killing blow, but suddenly, out of the sky.
What happens? What is it?
I'll turn this one over to the podcast's #1 anti-stan.
My boy! Grid Knight shows up. Grid Knight comes down and crashes to the ground, and he's there, and he's ready to go. Then we get some ending credits.
Yeah. Well, of course, the real hero always arrives late.
And they're like, what is that? Is that a giant? Because he's like full kaiju size. So,
and more human-shaped than their giant robot dragon.
My boy is here. My boy is here, and he's ready to go.
And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. I did see spoilers, which is, I don't know if that's for the best or not, because I might have been too hype. I might have exploded a little bit if I hadn't been prepared. I didn't know when he was going to show up, but I knew that he was going to show up eventually.
Yeah, I Twitter anime people following, of course, spoiled me too. I knew he was going to be there in episode 7. I didn't know, or 7 or 8. I wasn't sure where, but I didn't know he was going to show up by 6.
But I was wondering for a while if we were going to see any connection between the old show other than just thematically. So very excited to have a character crossover and see what any of this has to do with the last series. Yes, and I'm very, very excited that it's my favorite Trash Son.
Yeah. Well, it's. We've had reused backgrounds with some changed signage throughout the entire show. So it's not.
Hopefully he has learned how to bathe himself now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Procure food on his own.
What is the time difference? Has any time changed since the last series? How far in the future is this? But him showing up kind of does confirm this is the same world that Akane created. So this world is very new.
Well, we did have, what's her name? The girl earlier. The thigh girl.
Oh, right.
With no pants. Where she was, talking about how she didn't know anything about herself. And you could interpret that as being that she, felt like she didn't understand herself, or you could interpret that as meaning her memories were fuzzy.
Which does, at the same time, make it even more confusing that they're 5,000 years old on this world. That actually is a theory I think I had last season. Like, what the fuck's his name? The Kilocon guy.
Yes, Alexis Carib.
Yes, that Alexis Carib had found this dead world and just used Akane to create a new city and new stuff on it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's an existing planet that they were on. We'll find out.
All I really know is what I saw in screenshots, so I don't actually know how my favorite perfect trash son showing up again, what he will inform us all about the connection, or any of that.
Yeah, I know one more thing that I'm excited about.
I know the one other related thing, but I don't know how any of it ties into any of the setting or explains anything. So I am very excited to learn what any of this has to do with Gridman.
Yeah, I've only been minorly visually spoiled. It's kind of shocking that we've gone this far and I'm not watching ahead, and I haven't really been spoiled. I guess either people weren't talking about Dynazenon as much as they were about Gridman, and there was a lot of talk about Gridman, or it's just harder to spoil or something. I don't know. I
might have to watch ahead at this point now that
I want to. I just keep forgetting.
Now that I know that we're at the point, because like I said, I knew he showed up, but I didn't know when. So I'm very excited. My favorite perfect son. He is a good boy.
Yes, S.G. Rodimus, the good boy, is back.
Yes, my good boy.
Okay, so yeah, this is, I guess, kind of a two-parter, sort of.
Yeah, well, presumably we don't know exactly what the second part. It's a two-part fight, anyway.
Yes.
It's definitely a cliffhanger in the same style as the last episode into this one, but in a very different way.
Yes.
Whereas that was an emotional cliffhanger, and this is an action cliffhanger.
Yes.
I mean, presumably Grid Knight is going to, wreck this kaiju, and then we'll go on with the rest of the story.
Kind of standard Toku thing that, we don't beat the monster at the end of one episode, and it gets its ass trashed by the beginning of the next one.
Yes.
So we can have lots of story, and then maybe another monster show up at the end.
Mm.
But yeah, I am, like I said, I'm hoping that the whole plot going on with Yume's sister actually has something to do with anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad story. It's just a distraction.
I feel like it probably will. I suspect it probably will tie into something. And I think it has to do with that Ankh. But, I think it's a good episode. I think just the way that whole subplot is handled emotionally is really good. I think that I like that Grid Knight is here now, and he's my good perfect boy. But yeah, I liked it. I don't think it was as fun as the swimming episode, but nothing's really as fun as the swimsuit episode.
No, well, because this is about them being depressed.
Yes. Specifically, the point of this episode is that everyone's got problems. I said early on, after the first episode, that everyone was sort of, you guys are kind of lukewarm on the cast compared to the cast of the last one. But I like that these are just all a bunch of, garbage children.
Yes.
And we're still, we're sort of reaping the, character development rewards of them being a bunch of garbage children with Koyomi, and yeah, I definitely don't think he is a guy who normally has a lot of lady problems.
No, I like that they're fuck-ups. It's just that I'd like to have an idea where their fuck-up arc is going.
Right. So I guess if it's a 12 episode season, then we're halfway through now. Yeah. So we've still got half the series to see what any of it has to do with anything.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I think I can only guess at what the arc is of one character in the show, and it's Chisei.
Speaking of trash sons, I have my kitten Edgar on my lap, who was a stray kitten who was just found in the middle of nowhere with one gooey eye and snot all over his face. So he is also kind of a trash son.
Actually,
but he's a very good boy.
I guess Yume wants to figure out the mystery of her sister, but that's that's not really a character arc. That's just a mystery.
I mean, I guess the one
that's a plot.
I guess Yomogi doesn't have a clear arc because he's just kind of getting by.
Well, that's fine because last time we had Cliffjumper who didn't remember shit.
Right.
One character like that is fine, but it's like.
Yeah, Yomogi has kind of latched onto Yume's plot at this point. Yeah. He's helping her out and providing some emotional support. So
again, it's like that's her mystery. Where's your own story? And then we have Shaggy, who's just something's going to happen, but he is romantically and employment wise, he's not doing well. Chisei, it's like she wants to be useful.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe he's about to learn his true calling as a male escort.
I mean, Yomogi is he's kind of the Jerry Seinfeld in that, he's the least interesting character, and the sort of show sort of just revolves around him as a relative island of stability.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a lot. I mean,
Galma is clearly a Kramer.
Yes, he's a power Kramer.
Yes.
And Yomogi is kind of a George.
Yeah, I can see that.
What's his name? The Ramones-looking guy.
Koyomi. Yeah.
Koyomi.
Yeah, but
I mean, Yume has to be the Elaine by default.
But she isn't the Elaine. That's the problem. Well, I guess Chisei's as close as you're getting to Elaine.
Yeah, I guess Chisei is kind of an Elaine.
Yes. I like this.
She's her own little independent engine of chaos.
I like this theory.
And then our kaiju genocides are pretty much just 4 Newmans.
We split Newman into 4.
I mean, I guess you could sort of parse them out. Maybe one is, I don't know, the guy who's always angry, and the redheaded guy, he's kind of more of a Frank Costanza.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I guess Glasses guy is Glasses guy is more your classic Newman. The lady is what's her name? The O. Henry heiress who didn't wear a bra.
I've only seen 3 or 4 episodes of Seinfeld all the way through.
What?
I've seen the last episode, Soup Nazi, and maybe the one about boobs, I think.
I probably saw all of them 25 years ago, and very few of them since.
I mean, I've caught minutes of most of them, but I've seen about as much as I have of original Power Rangers.
Oh, well, I watched both of those in their entirety in the 90s.
Oh.
Anyway, so I think that about brings us to a conclusion here.
Yes.
So, we don't do the David's Tokusatsu Corner.
No, because this is the Tokusatsu
the whole
content.
thing is Tokusatsu
Right, that's
Corner.
what I thought.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to cut you off.
So we're going to do another one of these next month. Next week, I think, is a Christmas episode.
Okay, we'll do our Christmas episode. The episode that the Hub didn't want you to see.
Ooh.
Until Christmas.
Saucy.
Which is when we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
And we'll also have a special Christmas surprise from me to my unwilling co-host.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's less Secret Santa and more Secret Satan.
Okay.
Scared.
But until then, of course, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon to help with hosting and other expenses. That is patreon.com/iaconunderground. We are slowly getting caught up on the MCU now that the MCU is slowly getting caught up on actually releasing movies. So for December, we are watching Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It's a very exciting movie. I don't know that I'm equipped to comment on all of the exciting cultural elements, but I always like seeing, superhero stories taking a culture that I'm not super familiar with and teaching me some neat stuff.
And I, too, am unable to speak with that, but I have read the entirety of Master of Kung Fu.
So you are definitely more prepared to explain any of what happens than the rest of us.
100%.
I read the story that was a backup in Action Force about how Quick Kick from Action Force / G.I. Joe knew Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. It was a story written by Grant Morrison. And frankly, I read it like 10 years ago and don't actually remember anything of it because it wasn't actually that, exciting.
It's an interesting curiosity.
Yes, it's interesting that it exists. It's interesting that it was written by Grant Morrison. Also written by Grant Morrison, according to our good friend Simon Furman, the UK Zoids comic, which I have been told was actually super good, but probably will not actually see publication again. And I believe Grant Morrison was not credited in the comic itself, but Simon said that was him. Not Simon, that was Grant Morrison.
Right.
So.
All right, and of course we'll be back next month with more Gridman, in which we will find out what's our reason for coming together.
That's a good question.
Something toe jam football?
Huh?
You guys don't know the Beatles either?
Not enough. Hey, I didn't realize that Rocky Raccoon was named after a Beatles song for a long time.
Yeah, that's why in his original
he wore
story
boots,
he's looking for he's looking for the Gideon Bible.
Again.
Because that comes up in the song.
Okay, that's a song I haven't heard in forever.
My speed is more all the More Than Meets the Eye stories that were named after, like, the Smiths and that sort of thing.
I cannot abide a Morrissey. I'm sorry.
Morrissey is definitely a guilty pleasure.
I mean, I'm aware that there are definitely terrible elements from the Beatles, but I would say the most terrible Beatle is dead and not currently doing terrible stuff that we can hear about.
Look, sometimes you just want to lie around and feel sorry for yourself.
Well, anyway, that does it. That does it for us for this week. But we'll be back next time, and until then, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen, and I'm looking forward to James Roberts' lost script, I Have Forgiven Jesus.
What? And I'm David? James Roberts?
That's literally the name of a Morrissey song.
Oh, Morrissey, okay. Again, I don't know music. I don't know.